a few days ago, I published my second book. It's called Mastering the Middle, and it's now available for purchase on Amazon worldwide. This is what it looks like. This one still has the not for resale ugly line on it because this is the proof. So the copy that you order won't have this. But I am very proud of myself to have finished this project. It's not because I didn't think that I could do it or I didn't think that I could finish, because I've done this before. Like, I've self-published another book before on my Amazon page, so I knew that I could finish. But the reason that this project feels so different is because in this book I finally allowed myself to be honest about how I think and how I feel about certain things. Most people don't know this actually, but the first book that I wrote, the original manuscript for the first book was actually a lot longer than the book that is now published on Amazon. And the reason for this is that I ended up cutting a lot of it out. And this is just because that was my first attempt at writing anything, and I just didn't yet have the confidence to talk about certain things. I didn't have the confidence to admit how I was feeling about certain things. I was still very worried about how I'm going to be perceived and what will certain people think, and that was not the case with Mastering the Middle. In Mastering the Middle, I finally allowed myself to speak freely and to speak from the heart and to write about what my honest thoughts and my honest feelings. And I didn't cut anything out of this one. This is the raw, unedited, a raw, unedited snapshot of my mind and my heart as it is right now in 2026. I'm not saying that I'm gonna feel this way or think this way forever. I am still allowed to grow and change my mind and change my opinion about things. But this book just represents how I feel about the world right now. And I think that this book can help many people because it's about the middle. It's about the long place between where you are and where you want to be. It's written for the people that have clear goals for themselves, but they haven't made it yet. And I think a lot of us know how to handle the end result. We know how to handle ourselves once we get the goal, but we don't know what to do in the awkward pause in between voicing our desires and actually getting those desires. And I think a lot of people get lost in this awkward place that I call the middle. And it's just because a lot of us see the middle as a passive time where we're just waiting around for stuff to happen and we're like manifesting it, or we're like, you know, we're sitting around and hoping and praying that like one day we're gonna get our desires, but we're being very passive about it, and we don't know what to do with this like awkward time, because we haven't gotten what we want yet, and we can't go back to how things were. So now we're kind of stuck in this limbo period where we're essentially passive spectators in our lives, and we're waiting for our desires to get to us. And I think a lot of people can get lost in the middle, and they can self-sabotage, they can go on unnecessary detours, simply because they're not using the middle as it should be used. The middle is not a time to be passive. It's not a time to wait around and see what happens. It's not a time to relax and sit back and enjoy life. It's a very active time of our lives where a lot of changes are happening, and our identities are changing, our personalities are changing, because we are pursuing our goals, and a good goal will always have an impact on your personality and how you think in your life. So we should be pursuing our goals, but we just don't have the final result yet. And I think that if that sounds like you, if you feel like you're stuck in the middle, then I think that this book could start to help you to take some action in your life, and to use the middle as it should be used. And so I'm very proud of this work. I truly believe that this is a book that I'll be proud of 5 years from now, 10 years from now. I think it can help a lot of people. And so if this sounds interesting to you, I will leave the link for the book in the description box below, and I hope you check it out. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.